Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be using my cell phone to vlog me organizing my pattern stash. The reason why I'm doing that is because I downloaded a time-lapse app on my phone, which I don't have that option available on my camera. So I feel like that would make the video go by a lot quicker and it won't be as boring than if you guys just watch me spend however long it's going to take me to organize this. So I'm going to try to flip this around so you can see what I'm working with. Okay, so this is my stash. It's crazy. I'm pretty sure it's twice the size of what we brought to Nebraska. Oh, you see this over here? Those are a bunch of old socks that have holes in the heel, so we took a bunch of them, braided them together, made a dog toy out of it, so they like to play tug of war with that. So it's just a little tidbit. If you guys have dogs and you have a bunch of like longer socks that you don't wear and don't know what to do with, you can always tie them up and turn them into a dog toy. Alright, anyway, so yeah, here's my stash, and then here are my cabinets that I got from IKEA a couple days ago. So, oops, sorry, I keep putting my finger in the camera. Okay, so all of this has to make it into that. So, yeah, wish me luck. I'm going to be sorting through this and getting rid of some stuff because I know there's a lot of stuff in here that I'm not sure I want to keep anymore. And, oh, sorry, vlogging. Say hi!
Go balls.
Pepper. Okay. Okay, awkward. I'll be seeing you guys. Okay, so this is the mess. Hi, Pepper. So all of these fabrics are fabrics that I'm going to put in my cabinet because these are ones that I can sew for the hotter months. And then over here are some things that I'm not sure that I want to keep. So this is some really nice coating fabric that I bought because I saw Angela Clayton. She made a really nice coat out of it, but it's not the color. It looks more grassy in person than it does on camera, so I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that or not. And then over here are some activewear fabrics. Those were going to be for my Run Disney costume. We ran the Princess Half Marathon and I was going to be Megara, but unfortunately because of the move and everything, all my stuff was packed up and I just ran out of time. And so that never got made. So I don't know if we're going to run that half marathon again or not. So I'll probably keep that probably for one more year, and then if we decide not to do that half marathon again, then I'll give those away. Over here are just some things that I'm going to use for muslins. This bag is full of like random cottons that I'm going to finish using for Thanksgiving napkins, which I'll show you. I bought this one. Sorry, this bag is really crinkly. So if you can see the turkeys in there, those were going to be Thanksgiving napkins, and then these were left over from when I made stockings for my coworkers. So I have a new set of coworkers this year, so I have fabric to make them stockings. And then over here is just a bunch of like swatches I ordered offline, and then fabrics from Kuwait, which I have to go through. This bin, well, that may make you guys sick, sorry. So this bin right here is all winter stuff. Yeah, as you can see, it's overflowing, so I'm going to have to figure out how to fold it so everything fits. And then this bin is stuff to make for other people. As you can see, I'm really great at that. So I have, for example, these plaid fabrics were going to be shirts that I was going to make for my husband for Christmas, but that obviously never got done. So maybe this year I'll get it done for him.
Love you.
And then this fabric is fabric that I don't want to keep. It's stuff that I may end up selling if I can figure out how to sell it online or give away to Goodwill. And then these two bins are fabric from my Etsy shop. which I don't know. I may close down. I spend more money trying to advertise my Etsy store and get my listings noticed because like the clothing market for kids on Etsy is really oversaturated. So like I said, I end up spending more money than making money, and I don't really have enough time, I don't think, to continue doing the whole Etsy thing. So I'm gonna go through those, and then a lot of the fabrics are still in the wrapping from when I bought them. And like I said, if I can figure out how to get those sold, I'll probably combine it with that stuff. And if I can't figure it out, then I guess it's just gonna go to Goodwill. Alright, so I think that's everything. Now I just have to figure out how I'm gonna organize all of this and stick it in those cabinets. This is Peanut's idea of playing, which is terrorizing her brother and her sister. Yeah, she's a beast. Okay, anyways, so it's the next day. It took me all night to get to this point. So this is everything that I have in the cabinets, and this is everything that was left over. So, don't mind them, they're crazy. Peanuts. Okay, so over here, I did decide to close down. Oh, here comes Pepper. She heard all the commotion. Okay, sorry, distracted. All right, so over here, so these bins right here, if you guys remember, were filled with fabric from my Etsy shop. I did decide I'm going to close that down, mainly just because I spend a lot more money trying to get my shop recognized and, you know, pay for listings and get those advertised and stuff than what I'm making. And then also, I don't know if I have as much time here as I did in Texas, you know, to actually make different garments, photograph them, list them, and things like that. So I'm kind of bummed, but I'm glad that it was something that I did, because I was really nervous starting an Etsy shop. And I mean, I did it. I got a couple sales, so at least I tried, but I may revisit it later, who knows. So yeah, so the top bin is empty. The bottom bin is fabrics that I'm gonna keep for like when Mike and I have kids, or if our friends have kids anytime soon and there's something in there that would make a good gift. Still haven't emptied that box out from Kuwait, but I think the fabrics are just going to stay in there. They're really slippery, and I don't feel like taking them out and refolding them. This right here is quilting batting left over from when I made Alex's quilt. I'm going to keep that out because I'm going to make stockings for my coworkers this year, and the pattern that I want is off of Craftsy, and it's like a quilted stocking. And I'm going to have to start making them now so they're all done in time for Christmas, because I have a lot of coworkers and I don't want to struggle and panic and try to get everything done at the last minute. So I'm going to start, maybe make one stocking a month, maybe one or two, to start that. Okay, here are fabrics. Right here. Oh, where's my finger? There we go. Fabrics that are specifically in mind to make garments and items for other people. So those will start getting filtered in over there, and I'll kind of show you my thought process. There we go, my thought process when I show you guys in the cabinet some more. These are fabrics for muslins, and those will get filtered over to the cabinets when I start making projects that need those type of fabrics. Peanut. See, you guys, she just like, poor Morton, he just lays on his back and just lets her bite his face. Okay, and then I don't know what Pepper's doing. Pepper, what are you doing? So she's trying to get in that box. My dogs are insane. Okay, sorry, I keep getting distracted, I apologize. Okay, moving on. So these two bins right here are filled with fall and winter weight fabrics. So the top one is like wool fabric to make coats, and then the bottom one is like heavier fabrics like fleece and flannel for like, you know, fall winter time. So once it starts getting cooler, these bins, well, they're gonna go in storage now because it's too hot to wear anything made from them. So, but when it gets cooler, these are gonna come out of storage and that they're gonna be put to the cabinet, and then what's left over in the cabinet will be put in here until I can use them for the following season, which hopefully there won't be a whole lot. I'm hoping that I can sew up my stash this year, or at least the majority of it. And this bag I showed you guys earlier, it had fabrics for Thanksgiving napkins and random fabrics, bits of fabric for stockings, so that's going to be left out. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to put that just yet. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I know I keep saying I'm sorry. Okay, these two mood bags, these are gonna go to Goodwill, and then this bin is all my fabrics I was using for my Etsy store. Can you guys calm down? Okay, so they're fabrics that I have, like, you know, a lot of yardage. Hi, Pepper. A lot of yardage of ones that I've ordered offline that are still in the packaging. Yes, you're adorable. That are in the packaging. So I'm gonna try to sell these. I haven't quite figured out how I'm gonna do that. I saw Gabby from Gabardashery. She was doing a D-stash and she was selling her stuff through Instagram. So I may copy that idea because I haven't really thought of any better way to do it. So if that's something you guys would be interested in, can you let me know? So if I decide to do it, I can give you guys information on when I'm going to do it, how I'm going to do it, if I do it. We'll see. Okay, so this is everything that's remaining. Now over to the cabinets. See, look, the socks I told you guys about earlier, they love playing tug of war with them, so it's a great way to repurpose your socks. Okay, this is Pepper's soccer ball. All right, so this is the main cabinet. I'll just give you an overview one more time. It's from IKEA. There's 3 units, and it's called the Hemnes. Oh my gosh, I think I butchered that. I have no idea how to say that, so I'll put like what it's called on the bottom so you can see what I'm saying, or at least trying to say. All right, so over here in the first cabinet. All right, so on the top shelf, I have some awards, like quarterly awards, and my gifts for my deployment for my coworkers when I left. And then here, these are some like winter, fall type fabrics. So I'm gonna make this is the Satisfaction Charlotta. I don't know if you can see pretty well because the fabric's dark. So I'm gonna make a linden out of this. And then this is from Mood Fabrics. It's what is that brand? Alice, I forget, but I'll put a link in the description if it's still available. So this is a little bit heavier, but I figured maybe I can make 1 or 2 garments before the colder season starts. I don't know, because I know I will be wearing the linden as a sweatshirt, you know, before it gets colder, just to have. Here are fabrics that are for my upcoming project. So this is for the May Sew My Style, which I didn't have time to do. And then these are for my next pattern showdown. Peanut has the zoomies. Okay, here are fabrics that my little sister sent me. It's so funny, she sent me this box of fabrics and I was just like, what does she want me to do with these? She didn't like give me any instructions, and she folded them up in little envelopes, right? And left patterns inside the envelopes. So I'm like, okay, Katie, point taken. So these are for her. These are what she... Peanut, calm down. Guys, I'm sorry this vlog is crazy, but this is my everyday life with these dogs. Look at her, she's just trying to start trouble. Oh, yep, okay. Yeah, so these are for her, so these are out, so, you know, it's not like out of sight, out of mind. I can actually make these for her. I actually had to make some muslins first, because she doesn't live by me, she lives in Virginia. So I want to make sure the patterns fit before I cut into her nice fabric. This is some fabric to make a muslin for my sister for a project that I have in mind. So there's that. Here, so I want to make the seamwork moneta dress. So this is going to be a muslin for that, and then this is just some fabric that I have an idea in mind for a dress. It's just kind of like maybe like a practice or some sort of project that may end up being a success, or more than likely it'll end up being a failure. But it's a different type of fabric that I haven't worked with yet. So I bought this when we went to Dallas. There's a road in Dallas that has all these like warehouse fabric stores, and this was in the Remnant, so this was $6. And so it's a little bit sheer, so I got this to like line it or make like a slip to wear under this. I want to make this a dress. So like I said, it's an idea that I have in mind, so that's here. Here are my latest fabrics that I bought from Mood. I have a shopping problem, you guys, but you probably are, or a fabric shopping problem, but you all probably already knew that based on my fabric stash. So what I'm going to do is do a fabric haul with these. Hopefully that will be my last fabric haul of the year, because I really want to try to sew all this up. So that'll be a fabric haul, and then once I do the haul from those, they're going to get sorted and put in the cabinet or in the bins over there. And then I'm going to start moving over fabric for people that I want to fabric for. I don't know why I can't think. It's super early. That's probably why. But fabric for garments for other people are going to start moving in over here, and muslins are going to start to move over, start to get filtered over here. Okay, on the bottom shelf is my knitting stuff. I just want to preface this with, I am not a knitter. I've only knitted one item since I started, and that was a year ago. I knitted a scarf. But so this and this are from my husband's grand aunt. When she saw that like I knew how to sew and stuff, she was really excited and asked if I wanted her knitting stuff, and I was like, sure. I mean, I knew some girls when I lived in Italy that knitted, and they made some really cute garments. So she gave me her stuff because she can't use it anymore. But the problem is I don't have anybody here to teach me how to use this stuff. So that's why it's kind of just sitting here. I mean, I watched a tutorial on YouTube from Sheep and Stitch on how to do a scarf. So I was very proud of that. So I guess that's the beginning, right? This bin came from Target, and it has some yarns that I bought when I was in Washington. So I bought these right here, which when I took them out, Pepper was like smelling them and tried to play with them. It was so funny. So yeah, so those are the yarns I got when I was in Washington. These are left over from my projects when I was deployed. They're like a navy blue. I got these offline from a store called Pearl Soho. And if you order on, see, look, there she goes. And if you order online, you can put a note to them and ask them to wind up the skeins into balls, and they'll do that and they'll ship them to you, which is really nice. And then I also got this stuff from Pearl Soho. This is going to be for my next project. I want to knit a sweater that I found off of Brooklyn Tweed. And so these are all the supplies. Okay, Pepper, she is really smelling this. So yeah, this, I hope I got the right stuff. So, yeah, I don't know, I bought this so when cause I live at work for 1 week a month, so I brought that to try to keep myself busy. So, which I've already done, I've lived there for twice already, and I haven't brought all this stuff. But now that I'm like, you know, more comfortable, stop, Pepper, because I've been working a little bit more. I'm getting more proficient, I guess, at my job. I'll probably bring these because now I'm not like all worried all the time and nervous. Okay, excuse me. Okay, moving on to the next cabinet. So this one has drawers. This is where I keep all my machines and random stuff. So on the top shelf, that's my grandmother's machine, and then I'm gonna put a picture of her right here. I actually already have one in mind. It's the picture of when she went to go take her test to become a U.S. citizen because she immigrated over here from Japan. Sorry, my dog was scratching at the door. So yeah, so I really like that photo. It's gonna go over here by her machine. This is one heck of a heavy machine, you guys. It's like the same size as this one, right? Almost, but this one weighs like a ton. It's all metal. Like, they don't make machines like this anymore. Okay, on my next shelf is my Brother cover stitch machine. I still haven't quite figured out how to use this, if I'm being totally honest. I got it threaded, and it works fine when I put it on like a woven fabric. But when I tried to use it to finish a seam on my knitted fabric, it kept eating my fabric. So I don't know if it's something I'm doing wrong, or maybe the fabric is just too thin. I don't know. So if you guys know how to use this, can you give me some tips and advice on how to get knits to go through there? Because that's why I bought this, was so that I can finish seams on my knitted garments. Over here I have some quilters starch. I used this when I made the quilt for Alex, and you guys, this was a lifesaver if you're new to quilting. So because I pre-wash everything, so I have a fear of everything shrinking, and so this helped stiffen it up to make it easier to sew and have cleaner lines. The stuff was great. Bought it at Joann. Just like my tall spool holder for my sewing machine when I use this spool of thread. Over here I bought this basket at Target, and it has all my zippers, zips that I've been collecting because they were on sale when Hancock went out of business. I bought a bunch of zippers, and then my Aunt Debbie sent me a box full of them. Yes, can I help you? Okay. And then over here, I bought this book off of Amazon. It has a bunch of different swatches in it. Let's see if I could balance it and show you. So it has a bunch of different like swatches of different fabrics. So I know like when I buy stuff online, that's what it'll feel like, because I'm still a beginner. So when I buy fabric online and I get it, if they don't offer a swatch service and it's not what I was expecting, I get kind of disappointed, because it's like I spent all this money on the fabric and I can't use it for what I had bought it for. Okay, on the bottom is my Cricut maker. This is awesome. I still haven't used it to its full abilities, but I'm excited to continue to learn how to use this thing. So far I've made iron-on transfers for shirts and vinyl stickers to put on car windows. So yeah, that's what's in this main compartment. Alright, and then there's 3 drawers. So the top drawer has all my rulers, my tracing paper, and then the paper that I use to trace her patterns. I got this off of Nancy's Notions. I really like it. It comes, you can buy like in 1 or 2 rolls. I'm gonna buy 2 more because I've been really enjoying tracing out my patterns. That way I don't end up cutting them, and I get to save them for future use. And then some random pencil erasers that I didn't know where to put, so they're in there. And then down here, I have Cricut stuff, so like my manuals, and then all the vinyls are down here. Snap plier things, some heat and bond, which is really good for appliquing onto items. My tripod for when I film sew-alongs, which I know I've only done one, so I really want to do more. Hopefully once I get organized I can make that happen. My microphone for voiceovers, and then I bought this snap tape because I was going to use it for curtains to, so what I wanted to do was put blackout fabric on the side of the curtain, but use snaps, that way, it's like I have dogs, so I have to wash everything constantly, so I wanted to be able to attach them to the curtains and then take them apart and be able to wash them, if that makes any sense. But, I mean, that seems kind of like a long process for when I can just hang up a secondary curtain rod to put behind the main curtains. So, yeah, I didn't quite think that over, but that's okay. And the bottom drawer is just miscellaneous, hi Pepper. It's just some miscellaneous office stuff. So paper for the printer, and then when I trace patterns, I put my trace patterns in here and file them with my patterns. Okay, and then the last unit, which is all shelving like the first one, this is all my fabrics, or not, I guess not all, but like the majority of my fabrics. So on the top shelf, I have things like linen. These two are linens. This is a corduroy. And then some denim, another linen fabric. I'm not entirely sure what this fabric is called, but I bought this at Joann. I'm going to make a Cynthia Rowley dress out of this, hopefully. I'm a little intimidated by it, but I mean, you don't grow unless you try new stuff, right? So that's up there. Okay, the second shelf are all my wovens. So I put all my patterned ones here. This one is by the Tattooed Quilter. It says blue, is it Blue Carolina or Blue Carolina range, and I really love it. This is going to be, I thought this was going to be maybe a scout tee from Green Line Studios, but there's a Megan Nielsen pattern, the Banskia blouse. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm so terrible with pronouncing things. But so I think that may end up being that, because that one looks a little more fitted than the scout tee. And then I bought this fabric. I have 4 yards of this. I'm not entirely sure what that's going to be. I went to Henrietta, Texas, because every time we would drive home from Dallas, I'd see a billboard for Pam's fabric closet or something to that effect in Henrietta, which was only like 45 minutes from us in Wichita Falls, and so I figured, hey, I might as well go check it out. I went there, and it was just a bunch of like quilting cottons. There wasn't any apparel fabric, but this, I like the color and the print of this, so I bought 4 yards. I think that may be a dress. This I bought is shirting fabric. It's checked. Stop. Thank you. Oh my gosh, his face that Morton is giving me. He looks so sad. Okay, so this is going to be a New Look 6511. I really like that pattern, so I'm going to do that. This is like a palm print that I bought from Hobby Lobby. I bought this from Hobby Lobby. This may have to end up being like a dress, because they didn't have enough yardage to do a continuous cut, so I have like some smaller yardage maybe for the bodice and then for the skirt part. I was thinking about making like a sweetheart neckline dress with spaghetti straps out of this. And this one I know this is going to be a butterick pattern, and then this, I'm not entirely sure what this is going to be yet. I don't even remember where I bought that or even buying it. So yeah, I hate that, but I mean it happens, right? Okay, and this is all my solid cotton fabrics. So these are stretch cottons that are going to be for the Sew Over It Ultimate Trousers, which was on my Make 9. This purple fabric I bought from Mood. That was going to be a dress for our 5-year wedding anniversary, but that never got made because I was still in training and we weren't even sure that we were going to be able to spend that anniversary together, which we ended up doing anyways, which was great because I got certified in time to where my work schedule, they put me, you know, in the rotation, and I ended up not having to go on alert that week. Okay, this is some Swiss dot fabric that I bought in Dallas at those fabric warehouses, and I hope I bought enough. This was going to be for the seam work Aston top. I think that's the top. It's sleeveless and has, you know, the collar on it. This is some lavender shirting that I bought at Mood. I use this to try to mimic a dress that I found on Pinterest, and that did not come out as well as I was hoping. So, but that's there because there's still enough to make some stuff with it. And then here are some other fabrics that I don't remember purchasing, and I don't have an idea of what they are, but they're there. So if inspiration strikes, it's there. Okay, these are all my knits. So I put all my patterns on this side and all the solids on this side. So this is going to be a sunny dress if I can. I don't know. I wasn't really impressed the first time I made it, but we'll see. It was mainly the neckline I had the issue with, and it just like the shoulders fitting kind of weird. So I'm going to practice because I do like the look of the dress. It just infuriates me when when I make it. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to shorten the dress a little bit, and I want to make this dress, or make this into a dress and wear it with white sneakers for the summertime. I bought this when I was in Colorado for training. This is a Ponte Roma that I got from Sew Over It, and this is going to be a Megan Nielsen bodysuit. I got this at Joann Fabrics probably at the beginning of the year, I think, maybe. And that's going to be a Seamark Astoria that I'm going to wear with the Sew Over It ultimate trousers. And so I'm like, that's like a very Audrey Hepburn look, I think, with some black loafers. I think would be really cute. This was going to be like a spring, well, maybe not a springtime look, but when it was cooler. It's too hot now, but if I make it, I'll have it for when it starts cooling down again. And then these are two fabrics that I got from Minerva Crafts. And the reason why I bought these is because I saw Abby from the Crafty Pinup. She showed that she had these ginghams, and I've never seen a gingham in a stretch before, so I went ahead and bought, because they were having a sale, so I got the last of what they had. And I think this one there's enough to make a dress out of, and this one may be a top. So I'm thinking the Seamark Moneta, and then maybe a grain line lark tee. And over here are just some solids I'm not sure what I'm going to do with yet. Okay, now this shelf is all my crepes, my slippery fabrics, and then heavier fabrics, I guess. Over here, fabrics I didn't really know how to categorize them. So yeah, these are just some nice crepes that, so this is gonna, let's see. I'll just show you what I have in mind for, so this was gonna be a grain line archer, but I think it may be too drapey. So we'll see. This is the mint crepe Georgette that I can't remember where I got this from. I've had it so long that I'm going to use to make that vintage Vogue dress that's on my Make 9 this year. And this was going to be a dress, and then this, I'm not sure what that's going to be yet. And then over here, I'm not really sure what these fabrics are. I got these off of Mood. This is like a polyester tweed. I know what this is going to be. It's going to be Louis Antoinette, and then all the patterns are in French, so I can't pronounce them, so I'm not going to try. But it's like shorts with like suspenders, and so that's what that is going to be. Oh, and then, sorry, yeah, this is a Ponte Roma that's going to be a bodysuit to wear with this. Okay, now I remember. All right. Then down here on the last shelf, these are all fabrics that have been washed. So this one, I just bought this one that hasn't been washed yet. But anyway, so in here are when I make my plans for the season. The fabrics go in here, and as you can see, I haven't really, well, I kind of have, just because these fabrics are so big and bulky. But yeah, so that's all the stuff that gets washed and prepped for my season sewing. I think that's what, that makes sense. And then over here are, so I was going to make Christmas stockings for us last year for Christmas, obviously, but because we didn't have the dogs and we were just living in like in transient housing, it didn't really feel like Christmas, and it was just Mike and I. So, I mean, I bought the fabrics and I had them, but I never made them because I don't know, I didn't feel like it because it didn't feel special, if that makes sense, because it wasn't like Christmas how I was planning Christmas, but, you know, life happens, you move, things get pushed back. So these are going to be made before Christmas time too, that way we have them. So yeah, this was going to be Peanut's stocking. Does not look like Peanut with the full focus, with the big ears. This was going to be Pepper's, has gingerbread on it because she's a tubby and loves to eat. This is gonna be Morton's because when we first got him, and he still does this, he likes to prance around. It's so funny. So like Prancer, so there's that. And then this is gonna be Mike's stocking. And then I still have my stocking that my mom made me when I was really young. So that's what I'm trying to do, because she layered it and had like this fuzzy batting in between the layers. So like the front main fabric and the lining fabric. So I'm gonna try to mimic what my mom made us, because I really love it. But yeah, so that's it. This is a really long video. Just showing you my cabinets was like 30 minutes. So I hope you guys had a snack. I apologize for it being so long, but yeah, just a quick overview. That's where my fabric is being stored and all my random tools and notions. So hey guys, sorry my camera just likes to shut off after 30 minutes of filming. I haven't quite figured out why it does that. Please excuse this mess in the background. I'm still trying to get everything cleaned. But yeah, alright, so that was where I store my fabrics. I hope you guys found it useful. Yeah, let me know how you guys store your fabric stash. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. Alright, bye.